Our Beth Haynes will join us at the top of the hour as well for her reflections on this sad day for East Tennessee, Sevier County, certainly in the nation. We want to check in with Katie Inman, who's made her way to Sevier County with more on what she's seeing around one famous statue alongside Chief Meteorologist Todd Howe. Katie, Todd?
Hey, yeah, John, we just got out here just a few minutes ago, and at the Dolly Parton statue in downtown Sevierville, Todd, no surprise, there are plenty of flowers and tributes to honor that Smoky Mountain songbird.
Katie, absolutely. This is going to be a very tough day for many, not only Sevier County, East Tennessee, the United States, around the world. So dearly loved. I suspect behind us the statue, it's just a guess. I suspect that's going to be nearly full.
Right. With
the memorial flowers that are being brought by, picking time, 5 or 6 p.m., certainly by this evening. And we are live outside the Sevier County Courthouse. Yep. Many people are gathering here, coming to pay their respects. And it's just a very somber day. The news, I think, hit us all around the same time, and we shocked to hear that.
It did. Around 2 o'clock today. We're going to step out of the frame here so that we can get a better look at those flowers there at the Dolly Parton statue and the mourners paying their respects now as well. It is no surprise that a lot of these bouquets have butterflies attached to them. There is a picture of Dolly Parton there at the base of her statue, and someone even placed butterfly wings on the backside of that statue as well. You can't see those now, but another thing to note, that as I was driving in here to Sevierville just a little bit ago, I passed by 2 things that said Dolly's name on it. One of them was a billboard, Dollywood, celebrating their fall festival. Another was Dolly Parton Children's Hospital Outpatient Center. That, of course, was renamed from East Tennessee Children's Hospital earlier this year, but both of those things, such a testament to who Dolly was at her core, an East Tennessee girl from the very beginning, and one that made a lasting impact on so many people here in East Tennessee. Mourners are paying their respects here at the Dolly Parton statue in downtown Sevierville. Of course, this statue was put up to honor Dolly Parton and her legacy. We're getting even bigger floral tributes here now. There's even small little cards there where people are saying what they want Dolly to know on them. But not only here, we've seen the tributes pour out online. We have heard them down the streets of Sevierville as well. People with their windows rolled down blasting Dolly's music. This is her home. This is the land that loved her so much, still continues to love her and pour out their respects for her. Now, I mentioned this earlier as I was in the studio, but I had the pleasure of interviewing Dolly twice in the last 3 years. One of those, the most recent of those, was in March of 2024. I was actually wearing this same dress when I interviewed her that last time. But so many people have personal memories and moments with Dolly, even if they never got to meet her in person. They know her either as the book lady because of the Imagination Library. They also know her as the woman who stepped up when some others did not. She chose to honor her people, her mountains, and she never gave up on them. Now, there's a wide array of these flowers that are placed here for Dolly. One thing that they all have in common is that they're all bright, they're colorful. That represents Dolly's personality, her sparkling and colorful personality. We know that one of her songs, The Coat of Many Colors, I think that represents who she is as well. A patchwork of a person made up one beautiful shining star who will forever leave her imprint on us here in East Tennessee. I know we have live coverage throughout the afternoon. We'll continue to bring you coverage here from Sevierville. Looks like they just lowered that flag here outside of the courthouse to half staff as President Donald Trump ordered. And it looks like that they're also closing parts of the street down here in downtown Sevierville as they anticipate more and more mourners will come to pay their respects this evening as well. Todd, you want to step back up here in frame? I know that everyone found out around the same time. You had just left from doing the noon with me, so I know in the newsroom it was shocking for all of us. I don't think a lot of us believed it at first because we all thought she was immortal. Yeah. I mean, there's so much. We're all still processing. I'm sure you're processing it at home.
It was, yeah, I was very surprised. Just got home, was sitting on the porch with my wife Lee, home from our lunch break, and yep, got a message. I'd set my phone down, and Corey, our news director, said I needed to go to Dollywood, or right away. And so just processing all that. Katie, I love your remarks. Coming into Sevier County, you can't help but everywhere you look, I see this billboard, that billboard. There's signs about Dolly. And we're going to talk a whole lot more about this come up. The one word that for me, that I had a moment to reflect about Dolly Parton, the one word is love. I turned on the song, I Will Always Love You. I love that song. And I was listening to the words of it. And throughout the song, she says, don't cry. Please don't cry. And then says, I wish for you, your dream's the very best, and I will always love you. And just the words in that song, perhaps for me, described love. Dolly Parton, she gave. She was full of love. She gave to so many, and now a lot of people are wanting to give back in memory of her. And it is very much a somber day, a day of mourning. I know tomorrow, Sevier County has declared that to be a day of mourning, I think, for Sevierville and Sevier County here. And so we're here just to be with you, to mourn with you, to celebrate the life of Dolly. As Katie said, the flag, half-staff, and the statue, people continue to come in, bringing flowers. And again, Katie, I'm sure this memorial statue area is going to be probably full of memorial flowers throughout the day, throughout the evening. Folks coming by to pay their respects. And even my brother called me from Asheville, North Carolina. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people are in the same way. Gosh, did you hear the news? And, so we're all in the same boat of kind of reflecting. And she gave so much. And our thoughts and prayers with her family, our hearts are with her, and in memory of her, and certainly it's a tough time right now for many.
It is a tough time. Very well said, Todd. And as we share this growing tribute to Dolly Parton throughout the afternoon and evening, I want to remind you that news of her passing was only made public at 2 o'clock. We are not even 2 hours in to this new reality that we're living in a world without Dolly Parton, but her fingerprints will remain on our world forever. The lasting impact that she made on us will never die. It will never fade away. And as she said best, I will always love you. That extends even beyond her death. She was 80 years old at her time of passing. Dollywood has said that they will remain open tomorrow because that's what she would have wanted. She was their dreamer-in-chief at Dollywood for a reason. She never stopped dreaming. She never stopped dreaming.
Yeah.
So
there's another world, dream. Her life was full of dreams. And that's where it all started for her, wasn't it? She dreamed big.
She did.
She dreamed big. And, and she believed in herself. She had God-given talents that she shared with us. We're the beneficiaries, the benefactors of Dolly Parton's life, her legacy, her love that she left behind for us to be able to enjoy. I mean, Dollywood, everybody's been to Dollywood, and everything that Dolly's done, she's done so much. And again, I only know a fraction. You know a whole lot more of that. I appreciate what you said, Katie. You said you happened to wear the same dress that you've interviewed her on several occasions.
Yes.
And you knew her very well, and I'm sure you have a lot of great stories about that.
100%, and I shared some of those earlier, and we'll continue to share those throughout the hour. One that comes to mind as well is the very first time that I got to speak to Dolly directly was actually from the audience at Dollywood. I got to ask a question during the opening day at Dollywood, and this is funny.
That's a big deal.
We can end on this because I asked her, I said, Dolly, you do so much. You have a rock and roll album coming out. You now have a line of baking mixes and food, and you do music.
I didn't know that.
All of this stuff. I said, how do you do it all? She answered back quickly, said, I'm on drugs. And then everyone laughed and exploded in laughter. That was Dolly. Wes was standing next to me. He is one of the PR guys, Wes Ramey, for Dollywood, and he said, that's Dolly. And then she went on to say, no, I'm just kidding. It's Jesus. I got Jesus in my heart. That's what keeps me going. That's what keeps pushing me forward. But a moment of levity, she knew how to do that. She knew how to work a room. Dolly could do no wrong. And Todd, it is an honor to get to spotlight her life, her legacy, and the love that she has shared with East Tennessee, and that she continues to leave behind here as she is now reunited with her husband, Carl Dean, her parents, and so many friends who have gone before her.
Yeah.
But
What you just shared, she had their sense of humor, but then her heart opened up. Actually, it's Jesus. It drives her. And guess what? That's why she was so successful. That's why we're all blessed by her. And that's why she had such a wonderful heart of love that we were all blessed by.
And she shared her faith openly as well. We will continue to check in with you all at this growing tribute to Dolly Parton, East Tennessee's songbird, here in downtown Sevierville at her statue. But we'll go ahead and send things back to you all in the studio.